I found the bead buried in the dirt while I was digging up my late grandmother's garden. It was a little black bead, worn out and rough, but it looked strange, like something old, something people don't make anymore. I thought maybe it had belonged to her. She always wore some beaded necklace or bracelet, and maybe this was just a piece that had fallen off. So I picked it up, brushed off the dirt, and slipped it into my pocket. That night I had the worst dream. I was walking down a dark, narrow path, the only sound being my own footsteps crunching leaves underfoot. Then I heard it, a faint humming like a voice, coming from nowhere but everywhere at the same time. The path twisted, and I felt a sharp pain in my hand. I looked down, and there it was, the bead buried deep in my palm, black as night, like it was part of my skin. I woke up gasping, my hand throbbing. When I turned on the light, I saw a bruise in the exact spot where the bead was in the dream. I rubbed it off, thinking I was just being paranoid. The next day, I decided to throw the bead away, but every time I tried, something stopped me. I'd reach out to drop it, and my fingers would tighten, refusing to let go. At night, the dreams came back, worse each time. I was back on that path, the darkness pressing in like it was alive, and the humming turned into whispering. Sometimes I'd catch the words, my name, strange chants in a language I didn't understand. One night, I woke up to find the bead on my pillow, right beside my ear, as if it had been whispering to me while I slept. I knew I'd put it in a drawer across the room, but there it was. And that bruise on my palm, it was getting darker. I went to see an old woman in the village who knew about these things. Strange things. Mysteries that no one talked about openly. She took one look at the bead and wouldn't touch it. She told me in a low, trembling voice that the bead was an eye. A cursed thing meant to bind whoever found it. I asked her what it wanted, but she just shook her head, looking more afraid than I'd ever seen anyone. I didn't sleep that night. I watched the bead, kept my eyes on it, praying it would stay put. But when morning came, it was gone. I searched everywhere. I looked in the drawer, under the bed, inside my shoes, everywhere. Then my hand started to ache. The skin over the bruise throbbing as if something was pushing up from underneath. In the mirror, I saw a small, dark shape under my skin. The bead was inside my hand. I could feel it, shifting beneath my skin like it was alive. Every time I moved my hand, it throbbed, sending sharp jolts up my arm. I tried pressing down, tried massaging it out, but it wouldn't budge. I screamed, hoping someone would hear me, but no one was around. The pain grew worse, and I knew something terrible was happening. In the mirror, I watched as my skin began to ripple, as if something was trying to break free. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen, my hand shaking so badly I could barely hold it. I pressed it against my palm, hoping to cut the bead out. But the moment the blade touched my skin, my whole arm felt like it was burning. I pulled the knife away, and the skin closed up immediately, like nothing had even touched it. The whispers started again, louder this time. They were in my head now, all around me, calling my name, repeating words I didn't understand. And then, a voice I didn't recognize whispered right in my ear, "You should have never taken it." I fell to the floor, my breath quick and shallow. The pain in my hand was unbearable, like it was pulling me towards something that wanted me. I didn't know what to do. The old woman's warning echoed in my mind. Once it binds you, it takes everything. I realized then that I hadn't just found the bead. It had found me. I didn't sleep at all that night. Couldn't. The pain was too much. And the whispers kept coming, soft at first, but growing louder and more frantic. By morning I was exhausted, but I knew I had to do something. I remembered the woman telling me that to break the curse, the bead had to be returned to where it came from. I didn't know where that was, but I was desperate. I grabbed a small shovel and went back to the garden where I found it. My hands were shaking as I dug into the earth, hoping to find the spot where it came from. I dug deep, but it felt like the earth was pushing back, resisting me. It wasn't until the sun began to set that I found something. A small, rotting bundle of cloth, tied with string. Inside, there was an old, broken necklace, and the same black bead was there, resting in the middle. I knew what I had to do. I held the bead in my hand, the same hand it had been buried in, and I let it go. I dropped it into the hole, feeling the pressure lift from my skin, the whispers fading, the burning in my hand slowly stopping. For the first time in days I felt calm, but I didn't dare look back. I covered the hole quickly and ran back to my house, not stopping until I was locked inside. That night, the dreams didn't come. The whispers were gone, but I can still feel it sometimes, deep in my bones, the weight of that bead. And I know that it's still out there, waiting for someone else to find it.
This video is brought to you by Storyverse and Innocent Michael. If you want to see more of this content, like and subscribe, and don't forget to share.